So this is going to be our lazy episode since it was, towards the end of the semester and we had finals and final projects and all that stuff. We didn't really have time to film a cold open, but we're going to give you one anyway. It's going to be really stupid. Got a cold bottle of beer here. It's a Yingling. This is not product placement or a paid promotion or anything. I just like Yinglings. So, nice and cold. Open. Cold, open. There you go. Wow, that was stupid. I guess I just wasted this beer. Down the hatch. Oh, and pre-recorded from Marist College, or in this case, my room at home in New Jersey. This is Studio A. Oh, and I'm 21, so this is okay.
Alright, Sam's busy, so I gotta do the voiceover for this episode. Studio A, you know the deal, starring this asshole who thinks he's hot shit, and also Maggie Roach. Got nothing bad to say about her, she's hilarious. This guy took forever to send me his intro video. Emma's great. I don't know why she sent in the vertical video. This week's panelists, the friends you call in for a last minute favor, and this week's special guest, a dog. Okay, there's no musical guest this episode because we couldn't find anyone talented enough. All right, let's get this show moving. Please welcome me, your host. Let's go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our final episode of Season 8. The school year is wrapping up now. Honestly, I didn't really feel like doing another episode because I have so many assignments that I gotta do before school ends, but Chelsea apparently has no work to do at all, so she insisted that we do one last episode. Thanks, Chelsea. Be prepared to be disappointed, though. I wrote this monologue last night at the last minute, which actually isn't any different from any of my other monologues, now that I think about it. But this one, I especially did not think through well. After watching Elon Musk host SNL, I realized just how awful of a host I am. Not because he was particularly good or anything, but because I saw so much of myself in him during his monologue with his delivery. And I'm thinking like, wow, am I this awkward? I'm guessing the answer to that is yes. Well, I guess it's a good thing that I'm not going to be hosting this show much longer, though, which reminds me, if anyone out there, if you know anyone who wants to be a host next year, let me know. Seriously, anyone can do it. Clearly, there aren't any qualifications. I mean, just look at James Corden's show. That's a joke. Actually, I like James Corden, but maybe that's why I'm not a funny host. No, I mean, I love Elon, though. I just don't think he's funny. But I can't wait until I can afford a Tesla. But this gig isn't going to help me out with that, though. I don't get paid for doing this. So instead, I'm going to use this platform to promote my stand-up so I could become a successful comedian. I wrote some material for tonight, and I figured Studio A would be a good place to test out these jokes because like 5 people watch this shit, so if I bomb, it won't matter. All right, here goes nothing. What is Forrest Gump's email password? It's, oh wait, hold on. One Forrest One. Get it? You know, like Run Forrest One? Whatever. Okay. How about this? I sold my vacuum cleaner the other day. All it was doing was collecting dust. I mean, isn't that what they're supposed to do, I guess? All right. Well, I guess I'll put that joke in the trash with all the material I had for if Trump won the election. All right, how about this next one? The jackhammer is truly a groundbreaking invention. Wow, wasn't that one terrible? I lost my grandmother last week. It was rough, but now I know to keep an eye on her next time we're going out in public because she loves to wander. I spent a lot of time on that one, probably too much time. British people say things like, oh, I'm British, and a bottle of water. I don't think they pronounce the T because they just drink it all instead. Oh, boy. Oh, man. All right. When people go through a breakup, they are usually told that there are plenty of fish in the sea. But I don't understand what marine life has to do with dating. Why can't a nose be 12 inches long? Because God knows no one wants a nose that big. I mean, come on. All right, this is shit. I'm sorry. Anyway, we have some stuff for our final episode this semester. Hopefully it's better than what you just had to watch. Matt and Mei Mei will be joining us for our panel, and our director Chelsea is doing a very special interview with a very good girl. So stick around for the Studio A, the Season 8 finale of Studio A. All right, let's get the shit over with.
This is my life now, taking things out of the puppy's mouth. Hello, my name is Chelsea Columbus, and normally I am behind the camera, but today I said, screw it, I want to interview some puppies. So here with me today, I have a very special girl, and her name is Nova. So, Nova, I have a few questions I wanted to ask you today. My first one is, what is it like being so small? This one is a very important question, Nova, one that I think our viewers really want to know. What's it like having Maggie as your mom? Now, Nova, we actually have something in common. We're both the youngest sibling. So what's it like adjusting to home life with an older brother? So you've been alive for 4 months, Nova. Do you have any thoughts on what the meaning of life is? Interesting. We love to hear that. So little things, not many. You don't really know your name. And you know one singular trick. What's one trick you really want to accomplish one day? That's very interesting. Now, you're obviously very tiny. So is it difficult being so small? You like the grass? Well, it was a very difficult question to answer. I can understand that. And my final question is, life, has been a little rough for everyone nowadays. So, what is one piece of advice you have for our viewers? Well, you heard it here first, folks. Eat more grass. That is these difficult times. So I want to thank Nova, aka Good Girl, for being here today. And thank you for her mom for letting me play with her for a little bit. Thank you so much. We will move on to our next segment. I will see you next semester.
Joining us tonight to talk all things trending, we have my friends Matt and Mei Mei. Welcome, guys.
How's it going, Tyler?
Hi.
Hello. All right, so Elon Musk hosted SNL last week, and what a wild ride that was. And I know SNL has been missing the mark lately, but what did you guys think of the episode?
Yeah, as you said, they've been missing the mark lately. If by lately you mean the past 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
But this felt especially bad. I was excited. I like Elon Musk. I think he's a funny dude, but
Yeah, me
he
too.
really had no personality. He said it in his own monologue. Now he has very little tone and inflection in his voice, which he made a joke about how that would be, quote unquote, great for comedy. Which is like, if you're acknowledging that that's not going to be good for comedy, why are they having him on? That didn't make any sense to me. The sketches were awful. Weekend Update is typically the part of the show I look forward to. It seems to be the funniest, and even that was a little underwhelming. I'm trying to think of who the three people they had on there was. Elon, Kyle Mooney as Baby Yoda, and then for whatever the third character was obviously so not memorable that I can't even name who it was. But all in all, I mean, the opening was kind of weird with the whole Mother's Day sketch, and even then, all the cast members and their moms weren't delivering that well. So I think from start to finish, it was not a great show. Elon Musk wasn't that great, and the sketches were just that they wrote for him were awful. The punchlines didn't really hit at all. It's just all in all a bad episode. That's that's what I got to say about that.
Typical SNL episode.
Yeah, pretty much. A little less political than usual, but not for the better, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like super flat from what I was watching. Like, definitely the opening, like I was watching it and I thought like I was like already on my phone like probably a minute in because he was just so flat. And then him like speaking on saying like, oh, I have Asperger's, I might be the first one to have it on the show or first to admit it, as he like said in quote. And I mean, I don't want to say like having a disability like isn't a bad thing, but like I feel like that almost kind of hurt him in a way because like having Asperger's is a type of autism, and when you have a type of autism, you have a hard time like understanding social cues and being able to socialize with people. And I think that definitely hurt him in the show and just all the sketches that he participated in. Yeah, I just like wasn't really impressed. I mean, I feel bad. He's an awesome guy, but like wasn't really entertained. I'll say that. Like it was pretty flat from what I was watching.
And I'll just add to that to what you were saying, Mei Mei. It was trending on Twitter like right after the show, and I don't know if this is what he meant by saying, or at least the first to admit it, if that was like a joke by the writers. But apparently Dan Aykroyd like has Asperger's, and so obviously he would be the first, not Elon Musk.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if maybe he hasn't like publicly admitted it or something. That was like trending on Twitter. Was like number one was like Elon Musk on Twitter, or Elon Musk on SNL, and then like number three was like Dan Aykroyd. And I was like, why is he trending? And it was because of that. So who knows if that was even a valid claim, but.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like it was definitely awkward. Like his delivery was very flat, and I don't know. Like it seemed like he might have even been a little nervous, like at least when giving his monologue, which is like crazy because he's Elon Musk. But yeah, no, like I just don't know. It was a weird choice for a host because like I love Elon Musk, but he's not a comedian. He's not funny, so he's a weird pick for an SNL host, and that really showed in the episode. I don't know like which sketches you guys saw, but like some of them, like almost all of them were bad. Like the Wario one was very cringy.
That one, I know that one's getting a lot of hate too.
Yeah, and like they brought in Andrew Cuomo at the end.
I was gonna say, I think what people are ignoring is how terrible the punchline was. That it was a Cuomo sketch, but it wasn't. But it was. It just didn't make sense.
Yeah, the most of the sketch was like just kind of awkward. It was fine. Yeah. Once the ending ruined it. It was like really bad, super cringy. Like I was like, who came up with this? Like who's writing this shit? It's so bad.
100%.
I feel like we write better jokes here on our show.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
I would go that far.
if you're gonna do a Cuomo sketch, do a Cuomo sketch, and it seemed like it was just here's a funny Mario sketch with funny, but then like throwing Cuomo into the whole thing made it weird and unrelated. I don't know.
Yeah, and
I just think the whole show was like just missing personality. Like Elon Musk has like zero personality when it comes to like even the way he acts, even like the cold open, like that's a great way to open up the show a little bit of your personality, like kind of just something different that he bring. And he bring absolutely nothing from what I was watching. And I mean, like, you have to have some kind of personality to like kind of, I guess, be known for or just like bounce off of, so that like, especially because he was in all of these skits, like he's kind of like the leader, and like I feel like he kind of just like determines how successful these skits are going to be. And all of them were like kind of trash in my opinion, and just like super flat, because he has like zero personality when it came to like just like doing them. And yeah, I didn't like it too much whatsoever.
Yeah, they should have flipped the host and the musical guest. They should have had Miley Cyrus host, and Elon Musk could have done a little ditty.
Yeah. All right. Well, looks like we're gonna have to wrap it up now. Overall, I'd say like, yeah, the skits were pretty bad. Actually, the worst skit that I watched was the one that he was in the least, was the Murder Dirter one.
Oh,
It was like, it was
Pennsylvania
so
one.
awful. Like they had one joke for the entire skit and they just kept running with it. And you're just like, yeah, it was bad. But anyway, we got to wrap this up now. So next up, we got Emma Hersey-Powers, and she will give us a tour of her crib in Champ. Take a look.
Welcome to 706 Champ. Okay, so you first walk into my room. There's the window. I have this wall with a bunch of LEDs. These are me and a bunch of my friends from back home. And then if you come in, you have this, which just kind of has accessories, shower stuff, my masks, which was a 2020 necessity. Probably my favorite part of my dorm is my gnome village. So it's just like a little cute gnome village. There's a little, not a humidifier, what are those called? Diffuser, that's what it's called. And yeah, there's just like a little nature gnome village. Kind of quirky. I don't know, my mom got it for me. I think it's cute. And then just some coats and stuff. Some stuff I've already packed away because it is Monday the 24th, so we're leaving in 4 days. And then my desk, I have a tiny little Zen garden that's like mermaid beach themed. I have sticky notes everywhere because I literally use sticky notes constantly. And then my calendar, I have 2 calendars by the way. But my first calendar, don't really write anything. As you can see, it's literally still in April and it's May. So let's just get rid of that. Yeah. And then just notes that people have left on my door. I had a little notepad, but it fell down like 2 days ago and I didn't put it back up because we're about to leave. There's that. Then my little desk lamp that just hangs, a little bracelet that my friend made me, a calendar that my dad got me because he loves NASCAR and we used to watch together, a little Pomona College flag because that is where my brother goes to school. One of the kids from a show that I directed painted me this. It was Peter Pan. My dad got me that. This is a quote from my favorite musical, Next to Normal, but the quote's actually wrong. It's supposed to be, I don't need a life that's normal, that's way too far away. But that's okay. My dad also got me that and I was just like, okay, it's cute, even though the quote's wrong. And then just my window, which is always usually cracked open because it's hot on the 7th floor. But I have a really nice view. You can see the Hudson, so it's really pretty. And then I have my little retro area. So I have my little retro mini fridge that's pink and my little retro microwave. Lots of peanut butter because peanut butter is a necessity for me. And then my fan because it does get hot and I'm one of those people that can't sleep without a fan on. And then you have my bed, which has these little Marist stuffed animals that I made at the like Marist stuff of plushie things. And then if you look up here, I have LED lights. These ones are blue and green. I usually turn them on before I go to bed if I'm gonna like read or watch a movie. And then you just have my little nightstand. I always use a cart for a nightstand because it makes it easier for all the wires that I have, as you can see. Down on my second shelf is mostly just technology stuff, my blood sugar meter, and my favorite book ever. I bring this book with me everywhere. This is the 50th anniversary edition, but I also have the original edition. I live by this book. If you haven't read it, read it. Down on the bottom is just my 2 cameras. I didn't use them a whole lot because there wasn't a whole lot of need to take Polaroids this semester, but hopefully next semester. And then my top one's just where I like keep my computer. Just a little stuffed animal, retainer, some almonds, because why not? And then if you go up here, you have a little Irish flag, because I'm 100% Irish. Another Pomona College thing from my brother, a Petro pin from my brother, my vaccine sticker, and then a Hersey-Powers pin from my friend Julia. Then H&P, which is for Hersey-Powers, my last name. And yeah, you've come pretty much full circle. There's just like under my bed, I have a tapestry that like hangs and covers the undering of my bed. It's April Kepner's scrub cap from Grey's Anatomy, so judge me all you want to. And then I have like a little shelving unit that I keep medical stuff in, my perfume and nail polish. And yeah, so that is 706. One of the corner rooms of Champ.
Welcome back. So, Billie Eilish's aesthetic change on her recent Vogue cover caused quite the stir. What are your thoughts on the cover and the response she's gotten?
Well, I first want to say that she was f***ing killing it. She's
agree.
a great icon and a great role model for anyone. And I mean, I love it. Like, she's rebranding herself like any celebrity would. I don't understand kind of the, I guess, backlash or negative talk behind it, because people are saying like, oh, she's showing more skin. She's like changing. I don't know exactly the negative talk, but I think that it's clever for her, because especially with celebrities, you have to rebrand yourselves after a certain amount of years. And also, she's like 19 right now. She's totally different age from like when she started. And obviously the clothing and like your style from when you were like 14 to like the age of 19 is going to be changing. So obviously she's gonna change her style up, she's gonna rebrand, but I think she's awesome. And I really have nothing bad to say about it. I just think that it's interesting how the media responds to a woman who is willing to kind of put herself out there when it's on her terms, but then if it's not on the media's terms, it's somehow negative. And that's definitely something to talk about for sure. I don't know. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with everything you said, Mei Mei. It's like people are complaining, I think, that, oh, she's like hypocritical because she's all about wearing like all these baggy clothes, and now she's wearing like all this revealing clothing for this Vogue photo shoot. It's like, who cares? Like you said, she's 18, she's 19, she's of age. She can do what the hell even if she wasn't, she can do what the hell she wants. Like, it's a Vogue photo shoot, so she's wearing fancier clothes. It's like there's nothing new to like dress up for Vogue and have professional photo shoot done. If she doesn't want to wear baggy clothes in the Vogue photo shoot, that's up to her. If she doesn't want to wear baggy clothes at her concerts, that's up to her too. And if she, vice versa, that's her choice. And it's like, why are you complaining as if you get a say? I guess that's just what kind of irks me. It's like, why do people think that because they're a fan or not a fan of a certain person, they get to decide how this person presents themselves? It's like, she can do whatever the hell she wants. If you want to listen to her music, listen to it. If not, then don't. But if she wasn't a celebrity, it's like, would you be complaining the same way? And if you would be complaining the same way, maybe that's an issue too. Like, go deal with your own problems. I don't know. I'm trying not to get too angry on the show, but
yeah.
No, we love it, Matt. We love the spirit. No, I agree with both of what you guys said. Like, she could do whatever the hell she wants. I don't know why. Like, who cares? I don't know why people are complaining. I'm not complaining. They were nice photos.
All right, chill out, Taz. This is a family show.
Hey, don't make it weird. No, she's a beautiful woman, and she can make her own choices. I lost my train of thought now. Oh, don't. Also, the other thing I was gonna say is it's one photo shoot. Like, come on, like, honestly, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but do we think that this is actually like a total rebrand for her? Because like, I don't know. Like, I kind of saw this as like a one-time thing. Like, I don't think she's gonna be dressing like this all the time now. Like, when she's going on tours, like she she could very well continue to dress the way she usually dresses, but maybe she was like, oh, I'm doing this Vogue cover shoot, like let's spice things up a bit. And like she'll probably continue to do that, you know, from time to time, you know, in the future. But like, I don't know why
Yeah.
people are getting so worked up over
Exactly.
it.
I mean,
Even if it was
yeah,
a
and kind of like I
complete
mentioned, like I said,
change,
it's
it
like
doesn't matter.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like you said, and I mentioned a little bit earlier, like it's a Vogue photo shoot. You're supposed, you know, you go fancy. It's what you do. It's a sophisticated magazine. You look at anyone else that does a Vogue photo shoot. It's all, you know, fancy schmancy clothing. So yeah, who's to say this
Yeah.
is even a rebrand? And yeah, next I know she does do some commentary on the whole, you know, like how people dress, especially women in the industry. And
Yeah.
she's done some I don't know what the right word is, not installation, that's the wrong word, but like kind of examples of showing like making commentaries essentially on the whole issue. I know she's done that in the past, so this could be an extension of that, making commentary saying like, you know, that reaction is a part of it, and to prove that like, hey, I can do whatever the hell I want. People are gonna complain and they shouldn't be allowed to. Or if it was just a nice photo shoot that she wanted to dress up for, and tomorrow
Yeah.
she goes back to her, you know, quote unquote normal clothing, and then everyone moves on, and who cares?
Yeah, like the
yeah,
shoot itself seemed to have like a unique style to it. Like
Yeah,
it was
there's a
like
certain
old
aesthetic.
timey style, like kind of like late 1800s mixed with like some more modern stuff. Like it was just like, I don't think she's gonna be dressing like that on a normal day-to-day basis. Like, I don't know. It was just stupid. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to wrap this up now. I've said this on the show before, actually before you two were actually here, like a couple years. I think it was like last year, but Billie Eilish and I actually do share a birthday, so that's nice.
What's your birthday?
December 18th. So
Wow.
yeah,
So cool.
yeah.
So
Brad
birthday,
Pitt
Christmas
also
birthday.
shares is also on that birthday too.
I have O.J. Simpson, so I think I win.
Oh God, yeah. Nice.
I have no
Nice.
idea.
Okay. All right. Well, on that note, let's move on. Now, let's join Maggie for this week's episode of the MCTV Game Show Spectacular.
Hello. It's finals week and it's horrible, and I'm going to show you how to procrastinate in a fun way. So the first thing you do is open up the very big important thing that you're supposed to be working on. Look at it, and then don't do that. Go to Pinterest. Search up haircuts that you know that won't look good on you, but maybe. Next, YouTube. YouTube's one of my favorite time wasters. You're going to look up Eurovision. It's the best. Do I know what a play is? No. But I do know a lot about Eurovision now. Okay, close your computer. Think about your failures. Next, stupid tasks. Hula hoop. Here's me thinking about the murder that took place because of a raccoon. Next, hit a volleyball. I don't know. Find all the animals in your house. Contemplate their emotional state. Yep, just hug them. They don't like you. You wish they did. That one wants to hurt you. There's something in his little eyes that says, I don't like this person. Okay, change your outfit. You could look gross. Nothing matters anymore. Now, lay on the porch, say hi neighbors, and then open up your paper again and change exactly one word. There you go. You've succeeded.
And we are back. Following WandaVision and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Marvel had officially started rolling out promos for their new additions to Phase 4, which heroes are you excited to see return, and which are you excited to meet? Sorry for that voice crack earlier.
It's genuine. It's authentic. That's the real Tyler we're getting here.
You got your second puberty.
Yeah.
Shut up.
in terms of who I'm excited to see return, I'm a huge Spidey guy. I can't wait for No Way Home. Hot take, I won't be that mad if they don't do multiverse stuff. I'm almost hoping for it because I think it'll get a little cluttered. I think if they bring in Toby and Andrew, it'll be just a mess of a movie. I wouldn't mind if they bring in Charlie Cox's Daredevil. I don't mind if they have a little bit of Doctor Strange, but and a little bit of multiverse stuff. But I think trying to do a Spider-Verse movie and follow No Way Home, or excuse me, Far From Home, and just do a straight up sequel to that, it's gonna get a little cluttered. In terms of new characters, I'm a little surprised at how excited I am to see this new character. But Ms. Marvel, both in her show, and I'm super excited for Captain Marvel 2, which they just revealed is the Marvels, supposed to be Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, and Monica Rambeau from WandaVision. So that'll have some more WandaVision tie-ins. And I mean, everyone's excited for the Eternals, and that looks great from the 10 seconds of footage we have. Looks absolutely beautiful. Cast is stacked, and I can't wait for that movie coming out. I think that's right next after Black Widow, which obviously been waiting forever for. So I'm hyped.
Far too long.
Oh yeah.
I only half agree with you on the Spider-Man stuff, but let's
fair.
let
fair.
Mei Mei talk first before I get into that.
I think that well, when I was watching the video, I really was interested in like the Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, and how that's going to be brought up in terms of the new Marvel universe. Because, I mean, I don't know exactly sure, but I don't think they've had an Asian kind of superhero yet, or I could be completely wrong, specifically Chinese. And I think that's definitely going to be interesting, and how this one is specifically kind of kung fu styles. So I like how Marvel's trying to kind of branch out and do try to bring in, I guess, like different cultures, and try to be, I guess, a little bit more inviting, and I don't think that's the right word, but they're trying to be more inclusive. That's what I mean. They're trying to be more inclusive in terms of their audience, so I really enjoy that. And this Legend of Ten Rings, which is what I'm talking about, that's actually coming out this September, so that'll be a great movie to kind of look out for and watch and see how that goes.
Yeah, can I mention, sorry to cut you off, Tyler, I want to throw out there real quick. According to that trailer, 2021 alone, we're getting 4 Marvel movies. That's crazy. Just how quickly they're pumping them out, and how long they've been sitting on these. That we have it's May. I mean, what is Black Widow supposed to come out in July? So from July to December, we're getting 4 movies, like bang, 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 bang. Not even spread out like we usually. It's gonna be so
on top of the
insane.
shows that we're getting too, like Loki.
Yeah, we're getting Loki in June.
Yeah.
Hawkeye. What If I think we'll get by the end of the year.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's gonna be so much Marvel.
I know.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, I am very excited for Shang-Chi, because like the martial arts in that movie looks great, and I love like really good martial art fight sequences, and I hope they have some great ones too. I'm also excited to finally see the real Mandarin in the Marvel universe. They kind of f***ed him up in Iron Man 3. And I don't really. Some people like Iron Man 3, other people don't. I'm part of the group that doesn't. And also, I think you might be right, Mei Mei. I'm surprised that they haven't had like an Asian superhero by now. The only one I can think of is Mantis from Guardians.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the character is technically like not Asian. She's an alien, but she's played by
Wong
an
from
Asian
Doctor
actor.
Strange is like the closest we have right now, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's that guy's name? I forget.
Wong. Yeah.
Wong. Yeah, Wong from Doctor Strange. Yeah.
But he's
love
not
that
even.
guy.
He's a sidekick, quote unquote.
Yeah.
He's not one of the headliners.
Yeah, no, yeah. So I'm excited for Shang-Chi. I know nothing about the character, so this will be like a new experience for me. Like I don't know anything about him. So about Spider-Man, I do agree that
Let's get
it looks
into
like
it.
all the rumors are getting. It seems like it's going to be very, like it's going to be like a clusterfuck. Like all these rumors.
Yeah.
They're bringing in what? Willem Dafoe.
That's a rumor, but Alfred Molina straight up went on Variety and was like, "I'm in the movie."
And I'm like, but why? He's dead. He died in Spider-Man 2. They're bringing back all these characters that died. Like Willem Dafoe died in Spider-Man 1. Like, why are they bringing these characters back? It's too convoluted. And they're bringing back Jamie Foxx supposedly. I'm like, he died too. Like, of all the characters from these other movies that you could bring back, like you could bring back Sandman. Like, I don't know. They're like undoing.
I wonder if they're even retconning Spider-Man, because did you see not to veer too far from the Marvel thing, but the Venom trailer that came out this morning?
Yeah, I did see it. Yeah.
The Daily Bugle that shows in that Venom trailer is the one from the Tobey Maguire movies.
Really?
But the Tobey Maguire movies have a Venom and an Eddie Brock. There's a whole
Yeah.
thing in Morbius where like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is like spray painted on a wall. So it
Yeah.
seems
And the
like
Vulture's
Sony-
in that trailer too.
Yeah, so it doesn't really seem like they know what they're doing with their multiverse stuff yet, especially with the Sony stuff. So I hope they figured it out. I trust Marvel to not
Yeah, I
make
trust
a
them too.
convoluted movie, but we'll
I
see.
do want to see Daredevil. I need to see Charlie Cox in the MCU.
That makes sense to me.
But the only thing I do want to see, I know they're telling me to wrap it up. I just want to get this out. I do want to see multiverse because I fucking love Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. I think he is, this might be a hot take, but he's the best Spider-Man that we've ever had, and no one can tell me otherwise or change my mind. I love Tom
Put him in
Holland.
Doctor
I think he's
Strange,
a
too.
great actor, but his version of Spider-Man, I don't know, they're trying to connect him to too many different things. Too much Tony Stark. He needs to be his own character, and that's what Tobey Maguire did best.
I saw like a rumor saying that this new Spider-Man movie, I thought they were gonna try to bring in the two previous Spider-Mans, and with the multiverse and everything, like that is how they were able to like bring back the Spider-Mans, and then like it would kind of be the ultimate Spider-Man movie basically, and then
Seems like it.
also bringing back like previous villains from the Tobey Maguire movie, like you guys said. I don't remember the previous villain from the other Spider-Man movie, but
Yeah, you could forget about those. Those were not good.
yeah, but I thought like this Spider-Man movie might be the actual like the ultimate Spider-Man movie, because it seemed like they were gonna bring in the other two and they were gonna like all work together, and it seems legit and cool from what
That would be really awesome. I hope we get to see something like that, at least Tobey Maguire. But unfortunately, it looks like we are out of time. Thanks a bunch, Matt and Mei Mei, for hopping on the panel this week. More to come when we come back.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Bi-Weekly Update. I'm Maggie.
And I'm Chris.
Yesterday was Mother's Day. Here at the Bi-Weekly Update, we propose a new holiday, Students in College Day. Forget moms. What do? Nothing. College students are the ones who need to be celebrated. When was the last time your mom wrote a paper about Adam Sandler's filmography?
Last week, a Florida teen was charged for rigging her homecoming election. When asked about it, she claims her crown was stolen and demanded that her classmates march on the school.
Comic book artists celebrated No Pants Day this week. Unfortunately for comic fans, Dilbert was the only one brave enough to go full frontal and not John from Garfield.
Dracula's castle in Romania has started offering tourists the COVID vaccine. They're saying that they're actually giving out the shots and not sucking tourists' blood, but some are still skeptical.
A Japanese town was criticized for spending their relief money on the giant squid statue until the squid came alive to defeat Godzilla. Next week, they'll be spending the rest of the money on a robot to fight the squid.
A Missouri hiker was shot in the chest after a hunter mistook him for a turkey. Police turned up to the scene expecting to find former Vice President Dick Cheney after another hunting accident.
A not haunted house is for sale in Massachusetts. As a strange glowing mist began to surround him, the realtor said, "I'm afraid they'll call the Ghostbusters on me. I'm afraid their rates will just be too high."
A University of Michigan study found that men who wear the Ralph Lauren polo shirts with the big logo are more likely to cheat on their spouse. But this study was just a big waste of money because literally anyone could have told you that.
Someone on Reddit posted a dark and tragic theory about Kristoff and his reindeer friend, and many are saying that it ruins Frozen for them. Joe Biden has announced a program to help people let go of their grief in hopes of bringing back the joy of Frozen.
A fish as big as an NBA player was pulled in from the Detroit River. The Boston Celtics, New York Knicks, and LA Lakers have all put in offers for it to play. When asked about the deal, all the fish said was, "Water, need water," before falling out of its chair.
That's all we have for you tonight. I'm Maggie.
And I'm Chris. See you next time.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for tonight. I want to thank our guest, Maggie, for loaning us her dog, and our panelists, Matt and Mei Mei, for joining us tonight. Seriously, we know this has been a rough year, so thank you to our cast and crew for all their hard work and sticking with us throughout all the pauses, outbreaks, and bad jokes. You can see our show on our YouTube page, MCTV HD, and don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. For Studio A, I'm Tyler McWiggin. Take it sleazy, everyone.